Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia
We click random article.
and we talk about it.
Hell yeah.
You know what we haven't really talked about? I saw the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
It was incredible.
This is
They were
the year
shopping at KB Toys.
Yeah, that sounds. All of that checks out. This is 2019. You saw the Backstreet Boys, and they were.
Phenomenal.
Would you say they're back or?
You gotta leave to come back, and they never left, baby.
Nice.
It was so I got the tickets for Jessica for Christmas, which
Nice.
was, I mean, we're in August now.
It is August.
So
So you've
that's
just been waiting for 8 months for this thing.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a fucking hoot. Holy shit. It was. I mean, just nonstop.
Who opened for them? Anybody? Or was it just like 2.5 hours of Backstreet Boys?
Well, they did play for like 2 hours.
Jesus.
Well, when I saw Paul McCartney, it was just him. He
That's
just
insane.
like the lights go down and then Paul just fucking walks out and
Awesome.
was like, "Well, I'm Paul McCartney." The opener was actually Brian's son,
Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight's son. Brian from the Backstreet Boys, Brian Luttrell, his son Bailey Luttrell
Okay.
opened, and it was just like country.
Was Brian McKnight not his name?
Brian McKnight was a different man.
Okay. I thought I was like, oh, I know some shit.
No,
Was he like not even? Was he like a black man or something? Like
he
not
absolutely was.
Even, okay, so I'm not even close.
No, he was like I think he did one. You like a dream come true.
People know that song.
Yeah. And it was just him. He was just Brian McKnight. He was not part of a
He's just a dude doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay. But Brian Luttrell Jr. was out there.
Bailey Luttrell.
Bailey Luttrell.
Like a 16-year-old kid just playing some good old country music. It was
okay.
it was fine.
Sure.
I mean, for what it was, I was like, okay, this is decent. And I don't know how I feel about like children performing like that. Just in it's like
It's weird. It's a weird gray area. It's hard to.
But there was also something kind of very nice about him getting to hang out with his dad. Like it's just like they just get to tour together, and that's really cool.
Yeah, sure.
Assuming that
It could be cool.
it could be cool, assuming no one's taking advantage of anyone.
Yep.
And I would hope, because they were so very badly taken advantage of as
Yes,
children,
they were right.
he would not do the same.
You would
He
hope.
So. But it was fun. He had a nice little lyric about a gator sticker on the back of his car. So that,
Is he from Florida?
I mean, they're all kind of
Yeah.
from Orlando.
Yeah.
I think Brian is from a more southern state,
Okay.
if you will. But they're all Orlando.
They're all
adjacent.
Florida boys at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Well, that's great. I'm glad you had fun, man.
Dude,
Did you
it
get
was
any
a
fun
goddamn
merch,
hoot.
like Backstreet Boys hats or anything?
They had a
bucket
hat
maybe.
that was fine. The T-shirts.
Dad hats are coming back.
My Carly Rae Jepsen hat's a dad hat.
Is that the official nomenclature, dad hat? Because that's
mean-
what I've heard them described as.
I've never heard that, but you said it, and I instantly knew what it was.
You know what a dad hat is.
Yeah.
Dad hats are coming back along with all the other 90s stuff.
They're just big white sneakers you wear on your head.
It's-
Dad hats.
It's weird to me that people like looking like crap. And then it makes me wonder, like, if I'm dressing up nice, do I actually look stupid?
Yes.
Man, it's hard to do things.
It's weird to look at so more or less
Yeah.
over the course of the last 200, 300, 400 years, however long.
Sure.
Suits
They've
have been approximately the same.
Yeah.
But if you look at someone wearing a suit in 1995, they look like a fucking clown.
They like a literal clown.
But nothing's changed really.
No, just the cut or the fit, maybe.
Someone from Victorian England could see a man in a suit and say, "This is fine."
That's what they would say. Right. They would say, this is fine.
Like from any, it would be like, "This
Yes.
is, I understand what you're doing."
Right.
But if a person from Victorian England saw someone in like, I mean, a tank top and shorts, they'd be like, "What?
Well,
This isn't a beach."
They'd keel over dead.
Right. Thankfully, they'd have a fainting couch. And yet,
Mm-hmm.
they look like literal clowns.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, how stupid I am. I thought about recently. I'm not gonna do it, but I keep the intrusive thought keeps popping into my head. You know those like chokers that girls wore in the 90s?
Yeah.
Like, that they're coming back. I was like, what if I wore one of those? And then I was like, no, that's not for me.
Your beard would cover it.
Interesting. So you're saying shave my face first? What if I shaved my beard?
Shave a window in your beard. I don't think it would be a bad look.
That's the thing. I was like, I think something adjacent to it could be in my wheelhouse possibly.
And here's the thing,
Because I've started painting my nails.
they're cheap. But we're started this.
Well, I've been there for 2 years now. Probably. Yeah.
They're cheap enough that it's
I could just experiment with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
In like all of from middle school probably through college, or for big chunks throughout that time, I wore I would literally just buy like rawhide like string,
Awesome.
rope, and I would just tie it around my neck.
That's kind of what I was
as like a choker.
That's kind of what I was thinking of. I was like, maybe that's the idea. Like,
That's and I wouldn't take it off. It was just
Yeah.
on me all the time. And I had one on my wrist too for no reason. It was nothing. It was fashion. Well, I thought it was fashion.
that's the thing. You thought it was fashion. Yeah. I need to, I don't know. There's some other, I think I need to get my wardrobe like squared away first. So, like I need to buy like more just a black. I need black shorts. Is what I need. Once I have black shorts, then I can start screwing around.
on the necklaces.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The thing that was not. I've gotten more sensitive about what I have on my body now.
Do you mean literally your skin is more sensitive?
Or I don't know if my skin is more sensitive or I'm just more aware, but
Yes.
definitely like with shirts and stuff, like when I find a good shirt,
Yeah.
I literally buy like 10 of them
Because yeah.
because I know that it will be okay. And some days I'll just put on a shirt and I'll be like, I can't wear this today. I can't. I don't think I could do a necklace like that anymore because I just having it on me, and I would wear it in the shower and then get out and just have a wet necklace on me. And that's not great. That's a not great feel.
Would it stain your skin?
Probably.
Yeah.
And I would also, at the same time, I was wearing, a big ball necklace and a big ball bracelet and rings on literally every finger. So I had kind of a whole thing going on.
Yeah. I have wondered if I should start wearing rings. I got a lot of thoughts rattling in my head recently.
I don't think you should wear rings.
Interesting.
I think the necklace, yes. I think rings, no.
That's not controversial, but opposite of what most people would say, I think. If they had to pick one or the other for me to... why... And we could start maybe just one at a time, maybe one every week until, 10 weeks from now.
And I will say I had
10 rings is so
I had
many
cool rings. I had like the one on my pointer finger was like a fidget. It was a fidget spinner.
Okay.
It would spin. I had, of course I had a thumb ring that had flames on it.
Gotta have that.
I had
specifically
one of my pinkies. I had a ring that was like 2 rings that like locked together, and it looked like a cool little design.
Okay. See, I don't think I would do 10 rings.
No.
10 rings is too much for me.
What finger would you wear?
I'm picturing like maybe like it would be different amounts on each hand. So like 2 on one, 3 on the other, or something like that. Or like 3 and 4.
It's a lot of rings.
It's a lot of rings.
You should look at pictures of Guy Fieri.
Does he do that?
He wears a lot of rings, and he digs into food with them and doesn't take them off, and that
makes
challenging.
Challenging is a good word for it. Yeah.
Do you really want to take off all of your rings every time you eat a burger?
Oh, boy, I eat a lot of burgers. I get real messy with all the egg goop. Mm-hmm. A lot of goopy eggs on my burgers. That's a very good point.
I want you to do what you want, but
maybe I carry around a set of latex gloves with me too.
That's smart.
Maybe that's my thing.
I mean, for what it's worth, I have worn one ring for ever since you've known me, probably.
Sure. The chastity ring.
Yes, but that's the only one.
Yeah.
And then it just became my wedding ring.
Right. Yeah. It did. Right.
It's a clatter ring for anyone who cares. So, what do I know? Don't wear a class ring.
Definitely not going to do that. I regret asking my mom to buy me one. Because there goes a lot of money.
Yeah.
I have a lot of regrets, Johnny, about jewelry.
Same.
Yeah.
Also, you can experiment with rings and necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
I need a definitive answer about whether or not I stretch my ears again.
I've always said yes.
You have.
Because it doesn't need to be huge. It could just be like double zeros.
I was at 0.
Yeah.
Was the biggest that I had.
Sure. Do zeros. I think it's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it.
All right. Cool, man.
Liz, our dear friend Liz and I went into a hot topic a couple weeks ago.
Always a good time.
If you blindfolded me in 2004,
okay, is this a sex dice thing?
Knocked me out for 15 years, took the blindfold off inside that hot topic,
you would not
and
even know
said
the difference.
It's still 2004. I would have said, okay.
When's the new Mike Cam album coming out?
The same band shirts.
Wow.
the same, everything. Everything. It was unbelievable. Nothing has changed. I couldn't believe it. We were gobsmacked.
Is Hot Topic for, has it always been and will it always be for specifically our people, our types, like our year, you know what I'm saying? Like 30-year-olds shop there right now. It's not 18-year-olds like it used to be.
No.
It's everyone?
I think it is for 14 to 18-year-olds.
Okay, wait, so it's always been for 14 to 18-year-olds. And they just love Tool?
Well, I think, I found like my parents like Led Zeppelin album. I found this stuff and I got really into it because I was like, I shouldn't have been born at this time. I should have been born, back when rock was good.
Right.
And I think everyone goes through that phase.
Sure.
And then also likes Tool, I guess.
Everyone loves Tool. I'll tell you what, man, they sell a lot of wrestling shirts at Hot Topic.
No shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They do some big numbers there, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So
7, 8?
7 or 8, I want to say.
Okay, wow, that's big.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you want to get an article?
I guess. What if the article's Hot Topic, though?
Well, that would be fun. And also the problem is whatever article it is, that's just it. We're just done.
What do you mean?
We've been recording for like 38 minutes. No, I know we haven't. I'm just saying.
Do you want to know how long it's actually been?
It's been like 3 minutes.
It's been 15 minutes, and we talked for a good 2 or 3 minutes before we actually started the episode.
Johnny, I loathe being in the same room as you. It's torturous.
Okay.
What do we got?
Dangerously in Love tour.
Dangerously in Love. That's not like Beyonce or something, is it?
It is Beyonce.
You know me. I'm a Bay head. I'm a Beyblade.
Fuck. The Dangerously in Love tour was the debut concert tour by American recording artist Beyonce. Although the tour was intended to showcase songs from her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, the setlist also contained a special segment dedicated to Beyonce's girl group Destiny's Child.
That's nice.
And featured songs from a 2003 film, The Fighting Temptations. Okay.
Don't recall that one.
The stage was simple and featured a large LED screen in the back that displayed video images of Beyonce and her dancers, as well as some images from her music videos and some pre-recorded images. The tour was reviewed negatively by Dave Simpson of The Guardian, who graded it with 2 stars out of 5. The Dangerously in Love tour only reached Europe, and Beyonce's performance at the Wembley Arena in London was filmed and later released on the CD DVD Live at Wembley.
Do you own that?
No.
All right, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Isn't it weird that she wasn't always like Beyonce? I mean, she was, but she wasn't
like like an unstoppable machine.
Yeah,
right.
Like a simple stage and a poorly reviewed tour.
Right, 2 stars out of 5.
Fuck?
2 stars out of 5 is like the worst possible review you could get.
Yeah, I mean, 1 star is like they didn't show up.
Yeah.
And
2 is so because you would give the room would get 0 stars out of 5 stars, and people are like, I'm sorry, I had how many stars? And they'd be interested in it. If you get 2 out of 5, it's like, oh, I went and got a sub, and the bread was soggy and the meatballs were cold.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, it doesn't sound that bad, but I'm not gonna go there.
Right.
It's worth nothing. But if someone's like, it was fucking bizarre. There was like,
then I gotta see. I gotta
see it for myself.
This.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's wild. But now I don't know if it's. This is going to sound glib, and I don't mean it to be, but was it just like not time yet? Was she like ahead of her time, or were people not ready for that?
Maybe, or has she just not figured it out yet?
That's yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna choose to believe that she just hadn't figured it out yet.
Probably because she just came from being part of a group, whereas when was this, like 2003? Yeah, so someone like Britney Spears had always been solo.
Oh yeah,
and she just knew how to do it.
What if Britney Spears went and did a girl group? Like did the reverse?
I would feel bad for everyone else in that group because they would be so outshined.
But what if
it was a super group?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
You hit me with what the super group would be.
So Britney Spears has already collaborated with Miley Cyrus.
Okay, that's already a good start.
Do we throw in Carly Rae Jepsen?
That was the next after Christina. Carly Rae Jepsen was the first person I thought of.
Oh, Christina Aguilera. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun if Christina and Britney kind of headlined, because they had that sort of
will they, won't they?
Yeah. See, but here's the thing: is like this is like making a group of 5 Beyoncés or 5. They're like all powerhouses.
Yes.
Whereas even in Destiny's Child, Beyonce was always the.
I gotcha.
It was Beyonce and also Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams.
Right.
Was it Michelle Williams? Is
I
that
have
her?
no clue.
Okay.
I never listened to.
And then the
Destiny's
fourth
Child.
one.
Right. Trevor.
Hey. Well, but
Yeah.
then you have something like Moulin Rouge, which was a true powerhouse of performers at the time.
Yeah, I forget who it was. But
It was Christina Aguilera, Pink, Missy Elliott had an introduction, which was she didn't. I don't. Oh no, she had a. No, she didn't. She just introduced it, I think, and then I want to say like Maya and was Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim was the name in my head.
I mean, those are like power players at the time.
That's what I'm getting. It's big. Yeah, it's like.
But could they have made a whole album, or does it have to be like an event?
Maybe it's just an event. Maybe it's a made-for-TV event. Maybe it's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Could you imagine? So that I mean, a similar thing is the fucking 2000 or 2001 Super Bowl halftime show, which is the greatest performance of all time.
Yes, it was Britney, NSYNC, Aerosmith, Missy Elliott,
And I think Nelly too.
Oh God, that's amazing.
It might not have been Missy Elliott. It might have been it was Mary J. Blige.
It was Mary J. Blige. Okay, because Missy Elliott's done multiple Super Bowls.
She did one not that long ago.
Yeah, the one like last year.
She's so fucking. She just got She just won like the Video Vanguard Award.
Okay, what is that?
Just for being cool and making cool shit.
Hell yeah, nice job.
She rules.
Everyone likes Missy Elliott. That's a fact.
It is funny that her name is Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, because that's not the coolest kind of crime.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, like
yeah, it's like shoplifting.
Yeah, or jaywalking.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point. I didn't realize that was her middle name, her real Christian middle name.
I mean, it sounds cool, but when you think about it, it's like, I mean, well, that's like the band Edema. That sounds cool as shit, and then you're like, oh,
it's just like dying in your sleep from a what is it? It's like too much
water retention.
Water retention. So
you
stupid.
just got like swollen ankles,
right?
Fucking edema. But it sounds metal as hell.
Do you know anybody with gout?
No,
I do.
Really?
Yeah, like a person our age. Isn't that strange?
I don't know.
It's a rich man's disease.
Entirely what it is.
I know your feet will like swell up.
You have to wear like socks.
Yeah, to keep your feet from being stinky. I think that's it. You just got big stinky feet.
My only real knowledge of it comes from the song Lunch Ladyland.
Okay, yeah. The Chris Farley. Chris Farley and his friend Bobby Adam Sandler. Yeah. Bobby Sandler.
Yep.
Did you ever watch the old best of SNL like Bobby Sandler? What's his name? Adam Sandler. Mm-hmm. And it ends with that song.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad and like it's moving, right?
What?
That song.
Lunch Ladyland?
At the end, yeah. Being at the end of that VHS.
Why?
Because they like, I don't know, it's like a nice little.
Oh yeah,
Chris Farley died. Do you know Chris Farley died?
Well, yeah, but okay, I thought you meant like the song Lunch Ladyland.
No, in
sad.
Retrospect, it becomes.
I understand. Well, his new comedy special ended with that
very sad,
very sad song.
Yeah.
Which was
Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! There was something I was gonna say. It's gone.
Just like our dads. Smell you later, Dad. I've been pretty happy with these podcasts we've done since I've started doing like mental health stuff.
Yeah, they're good.
I thought you got way funnier.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.